I'm Billy, this is Turning Pages. Today we're going to be reviewing a Star Trek novel by Alan Dean Foster called The Unsettling Stars. A book I didn't expect to like as much as I did. This one's a little different than most Star Trek books in that it is about the Kelvin timeline. Now, the Kelvin timeline is the three books, Star Trek Into Darkness, and Star Trek Beyond. It's the offshoot universe that was created in the first movie. And I didn't know there were any books about it until I saw it at Half Price Books. Now, the book is surprisingly good. Part of the problem that I have with the movies in Star Trek, and this goes to all of the movies, all 13 I believe there are, the stakes are very high for all of them. It's always the world's ending, or the universe is ending, or time is getting messed up, or everybody's dying. And since the Kelvin universe has only really been explored via movies, we only really have high stakes in them. And so it was really, really nice to actually just read a book where the stakes are low, the characters are roughly the same. The McCoy being written about here feels like Carl Urban. The Kirk is very much Chris Pine's version of Captain Kirk, which is a different version. Enjoyable, likable version. Not better or worse, just different. And Zachary Quinto's Spock bleeds through very well here. And it's roughly an enjoyable experience. Now, as for the plot, there's a Rick and Morty episode, I believe it's season 4, where there's a character that's introduced in the start that has "do not make an app with me" or something like that in his head. And it's a character who's just supposed to be helpful, but is too helpful and ends up going badly. That's essentially the antagonist of this book, is a race that's just really good at everything, and that's basically it. And so they fix everything, they make the Enterprise better, and they make everybody obsolete, and everybody's just kind of bored and annoyed with them very quickly. Which is an interesting way to take it. A big deal in Star Trek is the Prime Directive, and the Prime Directive states that pre-warp civilizations should not be contacted by civilizations that have warp capacity because they don't want to mess with that civilization's natural growth. And it's always been kind of a stupid rule, and there's a lot of episodes where they break it. Janeway and Kirk, for example, completely disregard the rule. The only one who really gives a shit about the Prime Directive is Picard, and usually he's only ever bringing it up to explain why just this once we have to break it. But in this book, it offers a pretty good argument for it beyond the "oh my god, their civilization's going to be destroyed" bit. Instead, it just says, well, if you go into a civilization, fix everything, make everything so much better, and then take all of their jobs, all of their needs will be met, but they'll be bored. And so the stakes for the book are essentially boredom. And I like that. It's not only a low stake, it's a funny one. It's a new stake, is species-wide boredom. And it's a very Star Trek idea. It feels like a very good episode of the original series. And as somebody who reads a lot of the Star Trek novels, that's the best thing you can hope for with one of them. And so, if you can buy this online, or you can see it elsewhere, I highly recommend it. Now, the author, Alan Dean Foster, I looked into him because the book was well written enough for me to be interested. And he actually wrote the novelization for Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Covenant, as well as one of the 3 original trilogy books for Star Wars, and a number of other hard science fiction that's, I believe, an original IP that he created. And so I am going to be looking into the author, Alan Dean Foster, a little bit, as well as reading some more and looking more into the Kelvin timeline books. I think that'll be it. Thank you for watching. My name's Billy, and this has been another installment of Turning Pages on the Use of Thirds channel.